Hi amazers, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll look at decimals. So decimal has many applications. So for those who are doing CBC, decimal can be used in agriculture when you're measuring a piece of land. You can use decimals in physical education to record the time during sports. Okay, so these are the three things we'll look at. So we'll start with the place value, but before we do that, I want us to recap on the place value of whole numbers. So for example, you have 5, 3, 6, 9, 8, 2, 1. So this one is called units or ones. The second number is called tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and finally we have millions. So normally when you get such a big number, count 3 numbers from the right and then you put a comma. So 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. So we know this is 5,369,821. Now we can do place value of decimal. So a decimal is a number that has a decimal point. For example, 8.9 is a decimal number. 10.36 is a decimal number. Is a decimal number as well. So we look at the place value of decimals. Okay, so for example, we have 493.978. So here we start with this is our starting point. The decimal point is our starting point. So we look at the place value of all the numbers towards the right and ignore any background noise as usual. So we start with all the numbers after the decimal point towards the right. Okay, so now this one is called tenth with a th at the end. Then that one is hundredth, and then the third one will be thousands with a th. So you notice we don't have a oneth, we always start with a tenth. So tenth, hundredth, and thousandth with a th at the end. Now to find the total value of these numbers. So total value, okay, back to this question. If you wanted to do the total value of the number 2, so the total value of this one would be written as 2, and it's in the 10th place value, so you add a 0. Total value of 8 would be 8, you add 2 zeros, 800. Total value of 9 would be 9,000, and so forth. So back to this question. So the total value of 9, so 0.9, so anything, let's say 0.6 is written as 6 over 10. As a decimal number will be 6 over 10. This is called a 6/10. Or 0.1 can be written as 1 over 10th. So this is 10th. Okay, so this 9 can be written as, so 0.9, you can either write it in decimal form or you can write it as a fraction, 9 over 10, or in words will be 9/10. So 10th signifies it's over 10. The value of total value of 7 is 0.07. So you just change this one to 0, so that will be 7 over 100. Why is it 100? Because you have two numbers after the decimal point. So 2 numbers, 2 zeros. So that will be 700. And the last one, 8. So 8 can be written as, this will be 0, 0, so 0.008. So 8 over 1, 2, 3, so 3 zeros, 1,000, and that would be 8,000. So that's how you do the place value and the total value. So now we can look at a few examples, then move on to the next topic. Number 1, what is the place value of the digits in the bracket? So we have 1. So remember to start from the decimal point towards the right. The first number would be 10th, and this one will be 100th. 4, the first number after the decimal point is 10th. 7 would be, so 10th, 100th, 1000th. Okay, number 2, what is the value of digit 3 in this? So this one can be written as 0.3 or 3/10. Remember, 10th is out of 10, or can also be written as 3/10. The next number, value of digit 7. So 10th, 100th, that would be 0.07. You notice that we ignore all these numbers. This one becomes a 0, and you only keep the number of interest, so 7, or 700th, or 7/100. The last question, Alice bought 39.4628 meters of a string. What is the place value of digit 2 in the number? So digit 2, so we come and underline it. So decimal point, 10th, 100th, 1000th. The answer is thousands. Yeah, so that marks the end of the place value. We can move on to the next subtopic, addition and subtraction. So addition and subtraction has some rules. You have to add them or subtract them using the column method, and the decimal point has to be on one vertical line. So this one will be 1.44 plus, so we put the decimal point for this one, so 0 and then 009, such that the the 10th value should be on the same column, the 100th should be on the same column, the units should be on one column. Now here, since there is no number, always put a 0, then you can add. So 0 plus 9 is 9, 4 plus 0, 4, 4 plus 0, 4. So the answer would be 1.449. Same thing with this one, 0.8 minus 0.12. So 8, the 10th are in one column. There's no 10th or 100th value here, but we have 2 here, so always put a 0 where there's a number missing, then you minus. So 0 minus 2 is impossible. Borrow 1 from there, that becomes 7. This is 10. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 7 minus 1 is 6. Decimal point and 0. So here the answer is 0.68. Now here we have a whole number minus a decimal. So we start with the whole number, 94,375. So a decimal number, sorry, a whole number, you can make it a decimal by putting a decimal point and adding, we can add 3 zeros because this one has 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3. Then we put minus 7.961. You notice that the 7 is in the unit and 5 is on the unit, so it should be on one column. Now we can go ahead and minus. So here we need to borrow from here, so that becomes 4. Put the 1 there, borrow again, 9, borrow again, 9, and put the 1 there. 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 6 is 3, 9 minus 9 is 0, 4 minus 7 is impossible again, borrow from here 6, that one becomes 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 6 minus nothing, 6, 3, 4, and 9. So the answer is 94,367.039. Now we have two word problems. The mass of 2 bags of cement was 50.275 kg and 49.824 kg. What was the total mass of the two bags? So total mass we add. So 50.275 and 49.824. Add it. 5 plus 4, 9, 7 plus 2, 9, 2 plus 8, 0, carry 1, 9 plus 1, 10, carry 1, and then that one is 10. So the answer will be 100.099 kg. Always remember to put your unit if you've been given the unit. Now the last question on addition. A taxi driver fueled his car with 26.245 liters of petrol. If the car used 10.153 liters of the petrol, how many liters of petrol remained in the tank? So remain, we minus. So initially we had 26.245 minus 10.153. So 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 5 is impossible, borrow. You get 14 minus 5, 9. 1 minus 1, 0. 6 minus 0, 6. 2 minus 1, 1. So the answer is 16.092 liters of petrol remained.
Whoa!
Decimals to fraction. So the rule with decimal to fraction, you write all the numbers you can see. That number becomes your numerator. So I can see 2 all over, because it's a decimal, it will be over something. So all over. So how many decimal places do we have? We only have 1, and that's 10th, because 2 is in the 10th value. So 2 over 10. Remember, with fractions you have to simplify, so divide by 2, divide by 2, and the answer would be 1 over 5. Next number, so the whole number I can see there is 1939. How many decimal places? 1, 2, so 100. So this one is top heavy, so we need to change it into mixed fraction. So if you haven't watched the video on changing improper fraction to mixed fraction, please go back to the playlist or go back to the videos and you'll see it. So this one is the same as, so the number before the decimal point becomes the whole number, and then this is 39 all over 100. This one we can simplify, so we leave it like that. Number 3, we only have 9, and it's out of how many decimal places? 1, 2, 3. So out of 1,000, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. So this one, you've seen that the number before the decimal point will be the whole number. So you can start with a 16, and then it will be 25 out of 1, 2. So we do 2 zeros. Both numbers can be divided by 25. We have to simplify the fraction only. So this becomes 16. 25 divided by 25 is 1 out of 4. You can even use small numbers. So you can even do 25 divided by 5, 100 divided by 5, until you simplify it to the lowest terms. The last question. So the whole number before the decimal point will be, the number before the decimal point will be our whole number. So 3, 2 all over. So how many decimal places? 1. If you want to do 3.2 this way, we can do it over here. So the number I can see there is 32 out of 10. 10 goes into 32 3 times, remainder 2 over 10, and that's what we have there. So that's another short form of doing it. You just look at the number in front of the decimal point, becomes your whole number. Then you change the number after the decimal point into a fraction. So here we divide by 2 would be 1, divide by 2 would be 5. So 3 whole 1 out of 5. So as it is our custom, we need to practice. So test yourself and you can email me your answers. Let me know also what other topic you want me to cover, but I have another topic coming up next week, so be on the watch out. Number 1, what is the place value of 9 in 165.359? What is the total value of 7 in 29.674? Number 3, 174.273 minus 47.035. Number 4, 8.635 plus 54.7. Number 5, change these decimals to fractions. We have 0.23, 18.365, and last but not least, we have 2.5. So I hope the video was beneficial. If it was, please tap on the thumbs up and tap on your notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I post a video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.